Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to connect to the Tezos Alphanet. Now if you have no idea what Tezos is, or while you're watching this video, this is part of a playlist of videos. I'll link here to the first video in that playlist if you want to get some background information. So go ahead and check that out first if you have no idea about anything I'm talking about now. So what the Alphanet is it's a version of the blockchain. Really, it's like if you're coming from an Ethereum background, you could think of this as the Tezos equivalent of, any test net there, like Rinkeby or anything like that. So they've got this actually set up really easy to connect to if you're on any sort of Unix-like environment. Once again, I have not tried this on Windows. That's probably going to be a pain, but I've also got another video about how to get a Linux virtual machine installed on Windows. That's probably your best bet. So I'll link to that here as well. But they have all this in what's called a Docker container. Now, if you're not familiar with Docker, that's fine. It's really easy to install. You just go to docker.com. What that does is it sets up a container. So the Docker in the background will take care of any dependencies, any installations, things like that. You don't have to worry about that on your own. Docker will take care of it. And Tezos the Alphanet is taking advantage of that technology. So this makes everything really easy. So the first thing we got to do is get their shell script. I will copy and paste these commands to a paste bin, so don't worry about reading them off the screen. You'll be able to copy and paste from the paste bin in the description of this video. First thing we have to do is get their script. And if you're like me and on a Mac, you may have not had the wget command, so you can fix that by typing brew install wget, and then you should be good to go. So once you get set up, the first thing you're going to want to do is install their shell script. So that got their shell script, everything we need. They tell you to make the shell script executable, which is a pretty standard thing. So we're changing what the system allows the script to do. The +X means executable. So once that's done, we simply have to say alphanet.shell start. Now this will most likely take a couple minutes based on what your system's capable of. But what this is doing, it's downloading and running all of the different daemons that you need to do for any kind of blockchain related thing. What it's also going to do is set you up with some test accounts. We'll take a look at those once this installation is finished. It's going to set you up with test accounts with Tezos in them, as the currency of the platform is called. So that when this is all done running, we'll be basically ready to go to start developing smart contracts and deploying them to this Alphanet. All right, so I lied. I said it'd take a couple of minutes. It ended up taking a few hours for me. I actually don't know exactly how long it took. I just ended up going to bed, and when I woke up, it was done. But it took a very long time. So keep that in mind. So once you get this blockchain synced, the next thing you'll want to do is look at these test accounts. They set up an account for you. The script set up an account called My Account. And actually you'll notice as of the making of this video, there's a bug in their script. And this will give you a bit of an error when you run it. So let's first make sure everything else is working, and then I'll show you how to fix that error. So there's another command that should be working. It's called list known contracts. So we'll go ahead and run that, and if that gives us the expected result, then we'll at least know the Alphanet is running correctly. And yeah, so that gives us a couple results. You'll notice there's my account and my identity. So let's just go ahead and see if we can at least see the account my identity. And yeah, we can. It has a balance of 0, so there's not a whole lot we can do with it. So now we know the underlying system is working correctly, though. So this is a known issue. Apparently just at the end of the shell script, it doesn't set up that my account correctly. but there's also a workaround for it. If you're watching this video far in the future, you probably won't have to do all this. But for those of us doing this when this video is published, let me show you real quick the workaround for this to get the My account working correctly. So there's this alphanet.shell head that just makes sure that you're on the latest block in the blockchain. Gives you some information about everything. So make sure that's good. If you get an error there, then there's some other underlying issue, but if you get what I got here, then you should be good. So then we basically delete the existing My account. It takes just a second to do that. And then what we'll do is recreate the My account as an alias for my identity. A couple other keywords in there that just say basically set this up as a test account, and let's see if it works. It should have some Tezos in it that we can use, and there you have it. We have 100,000. So the next step will be to actually write some smart contracts and deploy them to this Alphanet. So thanks for watching. We're all set up and ready to go, and we'll see you in the next video. And